It's Thalia. I'm from the Flowers for Dreams in Detroit. I've been with the company for the past 2.5 years, and we are now celebrating our third post Mother's Day weekend. I will be filling in Madison's shoes. I know I'm not as tall as her, but I can still show you what we can do. So to start off, we're gonna do this week's DIY, and I actually like the color palette of this because it's like orange and crimson ready. So in contrast, I paired it with a tan base that I found in the back, and then let's get started. So here we have Solal, which is going to be the basis of our arrangement, and then we have Eucalyptus Gunny. It's like smaller, but it's just as fun, just like a different variety. Then we have some peach Gerber flowers, and honestly, I think of the Gerber baby every time I see them, and I just like expect like a small baby face to pop out. Then we have some light pink carnations, and then we have some peach spray roses. So starting off, I'm gonna grab my shears, as you all have yours, and I'm gonna start cutting the salal to fit the base, and then we're just gonna fill it up as to what we like. I like to sometimes put like short ones to start off, and then I'm going to put some like tall ones because I like length in my arrangements. And then I'm going to try and set it in like a vortex way in the vase because it'll just create like kind of similar how florists put tape on vases. You can do that with like the solal branches if you just like work it in like a vortex manner. So I'm gonna put that, and then I'm gonna grab my fallen soldier here, and then see how that looks. And then always, if you don't like the length of some, you can also just cut it down by just snipping as closest to the leaf, and then seeing how that can like go. And then here we go. So now that I have all the desired, actually I want this shorter, sorry. So now that I have all the salal that I want in, I'm going to start off with my gunny next. And so for gunny, I think like when it comes to arrangements, you can like cluster them in certain manners, or you can separate them depending on like how tall the stalk is. So I'm just trying to see what like a lengthy one looks like. And then remember, always remove those leaves, because if you want to lengthen the life of your arrangement, always remove it. So I'm gonna see what this, how I'm feeling about this. Okay, just kind of cute. I think I want to shorter though. I feel like this is almost similar to like how when you get a haircut and you're just like, I think I want it shorter. And then it's like, did I do it right? And then I cut some more, remove the leaves, try and put some, actually, let me see what it looks like if I just put it in this spot. Then like this. I'm gonna measure, and always remember when you're cutting stuff, you can measure to your base to see like what does it look like too tall. Like you don't have to automatically put it in. So here we go. Let's see how that feels. Then you can, if you want, remove some of the leaves. Like don't be afraid to like just take some off. Take the little edge off. See how that feels. And then with the smaller ones, I mean, you can also like poke them in around the base if you want to like cover inside if you want to do your 360. Then we're gonna move on to the Safari Sunset. So for the safaris, I feel like there's like different uses. I'm gonna start off tall, but cut as closest to a branch. And I'm gonna stick her right here. And then I usually use these to like accents. Use them as accents. Not all the time, just like sometimes. Because if you cut it at like just before the leaf, you can hide what it looks like with like other fillers. But just like have it like poke out. And then, let's see. And if you cut something similar to the same height as the other one, and you haven't like gone shorter, make it the shortest piece. That's how I fix like my tiny mistakes. Just like Bob Ross. They're just tiny mistakes. Or happy little moments. I think that's what he says. So I'll fit this. Look right here. And I'm gonna make this a little tall. Yeah. I feel like it's too tall now. Now I'm gonna take it down. We've got room. And then, from what I can see, because I'm using this as my front, I see that this piece, and always remember when you're making arrangements, walk around, you know, just like take a lap and look at what you got. And what I got here just needs to be trimmed because we can go shorter. So I'm opening up this space right here, and then I'm gonna take my shears off the flower. And I'll put this one down here. And then, and as you all know, being a florist can be hard because you're like, I got this, but then like once it starts happening, you're like, this is like not good. So next, I'm gonna cut it tall, then cut short. I like to sometimes do like this like kind of zigzagging kind of motion where it goes like from tallest back and forth down the way. So that. And then because we like, you know, created that grid in there, you can always like move something forward and then slip the stem back and see how it goes. Okay, now that I have that in, I think she's looking nice. So another tip that we do here at the shop is that like before we start putting in the other ones, I sometimes like to just like take the flower and then place it in the different spots to see where it could go. So I'm actually gonna take your POV and put in this carnation. And then for the carnations, if they do come close, a trick that we like to do is like just kind of open them up with our fingers. It won't damage the flower. I'm gonna put that short in the back. Here we go. And then remove these as much as I can. Oh, this is too small. I'm kind of hungry. to always like eat a snack before you start your DIYs. Then you might have to take a break. That's not fun. So here we like to have it accomplished. Alright. So for these fillers, you can have them taller than like what you're going for. But I think I want to keep all my fillers shorter, or at least medium length, not taller than any of like what I want to be the main focal. So I'm gonna just keep on snipping. And you don't always have to shove your stems down. Like if you filled your vase up enough and like the stem like sticks, you don't have to shove it all the way down. You can like lift it up just a hint and it'll stay. And then always play what I like to do when I'm creating like our artisanal bouquets is like playing with like the different heights throughout the arrangement. Like wherever you can bring like dimension, always do that. Alright, and then I'm almost to my last carnation, as to some of you as well are. Just stick that right there, and I'm going to reposition my safari. There we go. And then I'm going to leave this a little long. And that's another thing you can do with the base is like, with your flowers, if you want it to protrude out and not have it such a short, you can also put this at the base, stick it in at a diagonal, and then it'll come out just like a tad. I'm actually going to switch this out with one of my shorter pieces. There we go. There we go. And then, let me see. Put this right here. Or actually, I think I want to put it right there. Alright, I'm really liking how this is going because I like the oranges have that gradient coming in from like the peach to the dark crimson red, which is what we get like with the safari. And now we're gonna go up into our spray roses. Spray roses, I feel like are the accents to all of our arrangements. Like they're just like, they're like the wink of like the flowers. They're like, I'm the pop of color. I'm the it girl almost, but not completely. I want to completely snap that off. And don't worry if you like accidentally snip it off like I did, because life goes on, as I have learned. So I'm gonna actually stick this right here to like try and fill in some of my base orbit, I guess I would say. So I don't know, when I think of like arrangements, I kind of think in like spots. Because there's like different styles in like which you can do this. There's like the 3-point where you're like, there's the highest and then kind of like an acorn. And then for this, I like to go wild. I like to go avant-garde is what I'm told. So I'm gonna put this one facing back. Here we go. And then on to our last one. Let's see. And then remember, remove those leaves. We want to bring the longevity of this vase as long as we can. I actually want this to be a tall piece, because I feel like I have a hole right here. work. So like you don't ever want some floral pieces to be the same height. Then it's kind of like boring in my opinion. But hey, sometimes things are all subjective, just like floral work. I mean, just like how I'm doing it. Let's see what that looks like. I think I might want to change the position. Let me see what it looks like. It's like right there. Sweet. And then I'm going to bring this one just a little like that. There we go. That's this week's little peachy sunset right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I have. Here we are, and then tune in for next week, back with Madison.